Welcome to Just Minding My Business Radio, where we are moving at the speed of God, learning what we didn't know we didn't know. I'm your host, Ida Crawford, so grab a pen and paper and get ready for information that you can use. Welcome, everyone, to Just Minding My Business. We appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to join us. Coming to the mic is Dawn Lewis, who is a woman inspiring nations. Dawn Lewis is the program director for the Caroline Center, a Baltimore nonprofit providing education and training in healthcare professions for women, where she also teaches personal leadership. She is a contributing author to the book Women Inspiring Nations, and her title is entitled Open to the Possibilities. I am honored to have her on the show to give us a glimpse into her life. So welcome to the show, Dawn.
Thank you. I'm so blessed to be here. I appreciate it very much.
Absolutely. You are so welcome. So tell us who Dawn Lewis is.
Well, when I introduced myself to my personal leadership class for the first time yesterday, I actually told them that my description on both my Twitter account and my Facebook account is that I am an unapologetic Black woman reconciling my spiritual development with my socio-economic worldview. And what that means is that who I am as a spiritual person and the walk that I'm on spiritually, I'm trying to balance that with how I see the world and my place in it, particularly as a Black woman.
Oh, that's right. I like that. Spiritual development and evolution with your social-political worldview. I love that. I really do. So I see.
Yeah, because I think for me, like my chapter is called Open to the Possibilities. So I'm always open to meeting people and seeing the best in them, from the gate, But I also understand, too, that we live in, particularly here in the U.S., in a society where there's a lot of institutional, structural things that are oppressive, and it's very challenging to navigate sometimes.
Absolutely, you're so right. You're so right about that. Everything is. People are not. To me, they're not cookie cutters. You can't put everybody in one box and treat everybody exactly the same way, because people are individuals.
Exactly.
And that's what our institutions do. They have these, and I understand we need to have guidelines and we need to have structure, but at the same time, when you're dealing with people, that uniqueness, you have to definitely take that in consideration.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Because we all are different. We learn differently. We think differently. It's just how we're molded. That's just the way it is. So I see that you are doing some. You're working on your candidate for doctorate for psychology.
Yes.
I love psychology. I remember taking psychology in college, and I remember terms, I don't remember the terms per se, but I remember as I was studying it how there was a name for every feeling.
Yes.
And I was so amazed. Oh, wow, I felt that way before. I didn't know it had a name.
Right.
So psychology is a deep subject, very, very deep subject.
And they're different. areas of specialization within psychology too.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So I see that you are planning to use your degree for entrepreneurship. So what business are you working on right now?
So my degree is going to be in psychology, and my specialization is organizational diversity. And my areas of scholarly interest are cultural intelligence, global leadership competency, and diversity and inclusion. And so what I hope to do with my degree is a couple of things. First, I would like to do consulting with organizations around the issues of diversity and inclusion, and I'll probably also conduct training and workshops and seminars. I'd also like to do executive coaching with leaders of organizations, particularly global or multinational organizations, on how to be more effective in terms of leading diverse teams. And I also want to teach as an adjunct after developing a curriculum that involves expanding cultural intelligence as a tool towards global leadership competency.
All of which is needed.
Yes, particularly in light of the recent H&M debacle. Have you heard about that?
Oh my God, yes I did.
Yes.
And I think I saw something on Facebook where somebody said, "Well, where was the parents?" And that was my first thought. That was my first
thought. Yes, how about it? But people will do almost anything for $1.
Yeah, you're right about that.
I mean, and again, there's no judgment there. That's just an observation.
Yeah, you're right about that. But I was like, oh my God, what in the world is the world coming to? Now, talk a little bit about your chapter, Open to the Possibilities.
Yeah, so my chapter, it talks about 3 things that contributed to me doing what I'm currently doing as far as being the director of an education and training program for women, and how I came to not only find myself loving working with women, but also recognizing that it is something that I'm supposed to be doing. When I was doing the telesummits for the Women Inspiring Nation book, I talked about the fact that all through my life there were signs of what I needed to do, and I believed that those signs were from God, basically. And it wasn't until I started to tune in and really pay attention to those signs that I felt like I was in alignment with what God wanted me to do. So I find joy, literally joy, working and helping to empower women to be their best selves, to walk in their own purpose. I just, that's the best part of my job right now. I'm a good administrator, but I'm really good at reaching these women, and the feedback that I get from them in terms of the message is just amazing. It's like spiritual food. It really is, and I just love it. And my chapter talks about 3 specific incidents that really helped me see what I needed to do and why, and how it was aligned with what God has for me to do in this world.
That's awesome. And what I see in common with all of the women in the book, everybody is spiritually moving into their purpose.
Yes.
And every one of the women are all about supporting other people. It's nothing selfish about any of the women that I've talked to, or it's all about other people and making sure that people are able to be their best self, and be comfortable in their skin.
Exactly. Because, there have been a few times where I have been in or been at events where it was all women, and the energy is palpable when confident, selfless, purpose-driven women are sharing the same space at one time. The energy is unreal. And it's the kind of collective energy that really can change the world, inspire nations, and I just love it.
Yes, I love it too. And running an organization for women, it's like we have our little meeting on Tuesdays, and I am like, after the meeting, I am like grinning from ear to ear.
Yes.
I just got this grin on my face that's just unremovable, because I'm so filled with the collaboration, the energy, and the synergy that was created during that 1 hour collaboration.
Exactly.
So I know exactly where you're coming from. When you have women in the room and they're all like-minded, oh my God.
Yes. It's unstoppable. It literally is unstoppable.
Literally. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, for sure. Oh my God. And this book is definitely a movement. And when I first started to do the book, it was like I didn't think about it as a movement in that realm at that time. But as we all come together and begin to collaborate, and the book is here, it is definitely a movement.
Absolutely. I know when I listened to the other women talk about their chapters during the telesummits last week, I just remember feeling like when Cheryl first talked about it being a movement, like I didn't see it that way at first, but then when I was listening to the women tell their stories, and it's always, trials and tribulations and then triumphs, it was just like, this is a movement. This, because you never know how your story is going to touch someone else and influence them to do something different. And that's what this is. I think that's what this book is going to do. It's going to touch people and inspire people and have them make decisions and choices that move them from one place to another.
Yes, absolutely. And like you just said, everybody had the trials, the tribulations, the tears.
Yep.
Everybody had it. And then the awakening.
Yes.
And that's how it goes in life anyway. That's how it goes in life. Nothing is handed to you. You really have to work.
That's right.
And I think I
agree.
kind of think it's God's way of making sure you really want it.
Yeah, and relying on Him.
Yes, because just think about it. If we didn't rely on God and everything worked out, we wouldn't have. I don't know how that would be.
And it's interesting because one of the things that I talked to my class about yesterday was that, I have some common themes that run through the whole curriculum, and one of the themes is that they should either develop or maintain a spiritual life, whatever that looks like for them. And the way I described it is like, you can have your handful of girlfriends, and you might have a husband or a boyfriend, you might have some children, or, you might have some other people in your life that you can rely on, ride or die people in your life that you can rely on. But sometimes nobody's around. And the only thing you do have, if you have developed it, is a spiritual life, a connection, a relationship with something greater than yourself. And sometimes that's the only thing you have. That's the only thing that's going to see you through.
That's so true. That's so true. And I often think about people that are atheists, how can you not believe that there's something greater than you? I mean, because in my own life, I've seen the miracles of God.
Girl, come on now.
I've seen it with my own.
Come on now.
And it wasn't nothing but God.
How about it? Nothing but the grace. That's what I say all the time. No, nothing but the grace. It wasn't me. It was the grace.
I had nothing to do with it. I've been in this time penniless. Walk to the mailbox, there's a check in the mail.
Girl. Okay, we can have church, I'm telling you.
So I'm here to tell y'all, believe.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
You cannot do it alone. You will not do it alone. You are not in charge.
That's right. That's right.
God directs all of our steps. And the one good thing about God is that He doesn't force you to do anything.
That's right.
He gives you choices.
That's right.
And I'm just so grateful that I'm on His side, and I am obedient, even when I don't understand.
Yes.
And that's kind of difficult sometimes, because you can tell kind of when God is talking to you, because it's like a little nagging thing. Even if it's something that Lord, I ain't doing that. You know what I mean? That's how you're thinking, but it just keeps edging at you.
Yep.
So I
remember watching Oprah Winfrey years ago when she still had her show, and she talked about, something just like I was just talking about in terms of signs, right? You get a little whisper, and you don't pay attention to that. And you keep moving, a couple weeks later you get, something else, a little stronger, but you still ignore it until sometimes you have to have a whole brick wall fall on you before you really hear and recognize that this is something you're supposed to do. I didn't try to, give it to you in a nice way, you know what I mean, but you was hard-headed. You know what I'm saying? I got to knock you upside your head in order for you to get it.
Yes. It's amazing. It is so amazing.
And so one of the things that my chapter talks about is, this kind of not paying attention to the signs at first, and then having to basically hit rock bottom before I can accept that, like you said, I'm not in control, and I need to do something different.
And I think we've all been there, thinking that we got that. And at the end of the day, it's always God's plan.
That's right.
It's always. And, I know when I finally came to the realization of that, it was like this weight just lifted off of me.
Yes.
I ain't got to control nothing.
Freedom. It's like freedom. It's like, okay, take the wheel. Yes, absolutely. And even when things sometimes are not going exactly as you think they should be going,
after when it all plays out, it's like, oh, I see now why that went that way.
Yes.
Because when you're in it, you can't see it until it's all over with, and then you reflect back.
Right.
So it is like this book, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have to get this book. And like Cheryl was saying, don't just get one for you.
That's right.
Get one for somebody else. Share that blessing, because this book is definitely a blessing. And in this book, you know, the relationships are already building between the authors of this book.
Mhm.
You know, and with 25 women pushing this out there and telling their truth, this is a movement.
So let me just say this before we close out. So one of the contributing authors is Gail.
Mhm.
And Gail, this is how small the world is, and this is how I see, you know, signs and symbols and stuff, right? Gail is the friend of the sister of a girl that I went to college with. And when I posted for the first time on Facebook that I was involved in this project, my friend Leslie reached out to me and said, my friend Gail is involved in this project too. And so now me and Gail are connected to the extent that she picked up my books for me on Sunday, and I'm going to meet her on Saturday to pick up my books.
Oh, wow.
Wait, and then another one of my college friends connected with me on Facebook just the other day and said that she's also friends with Gail.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's something magical about this to me.
Yes.
That's how I see it.
I see it too. It's magical to me too, because it's just bringing. I just can't even explain it. Like, it's just magical. I can't.
And these two women are powerful and successful in their own right as well. They could have contributed a chapter to the book. Maybe they will for part 2. We'll see.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God. God is good.
All the time.
How can our audience stay connected with you?
So I am on Facebook, Dawn Lewis. My picture is of a black ankh. I'm on Twitter, Be More Libra Lady, also a black ankh. And I'm on LinkedIn, Dawn Lewis.
Okay. I know we connected on Facebook, but I don't know if we're connected on LinkedIn, but I will definitely connect. And I'm just so grateful that you said yes to the show, and this whole conversation has been very moving to me, and you're right here in Baltimore, which is, so I know we're going to connect.
Oh, no doubt. For sure.
And I'm just looking forward to what's next for the 25 women.
Yeah, me too.
Movement. And I know it's something coming down the pike. I can feel it.
Well, my next step is I'm waiting for my paperwork to come back from the state of Maryland for my LLC, and then I'm gonna go from there, and then also I hope to finish my doctorate degree by October of this year. Keep me in prayer.
I sure will. Congratulations, because I know it's not easy.
Oh, my God. That's a whole nother conversation. And probably another book, too.
Yes, because I'll have some stories to tell about, and just getting my bachelor's was, whew, Lord have mercy. Them was the longest 4 years. Mine was 10 years. I think I talked about that in the book, how it took me so long to get my bachelor's, because when I kind of started college, and then I would stop, and then I would go back, and then I would stop. And then one day I just put a stake in the ground and said, this is enough of this.
Mm-hmm.
And by that time, I had a full-time job, a family, so I had to go part-time.
Yeah.
So it took me 10 years to finally get my bachelor's. But Lord knows, when I walked and got that piece of paper,
I know that's right.
I felt so good. So
yes.
Anybody listening, once you put a stake in the ground, I just didn't think about how long it was going to take. I just kept going.
That's right.
I just kept going. And I finally did get it. But guess what? I ain't doing it again.
I hear you. So I have a girlfriend that I encouraged to, get her. She got her bachelor's degree, and I encouraged her to go straight and get her master's degree. And she's been laying me out ever since. She's still working on it. She's been laying me out ever since. I don't know why I listen to you. But once you get that piece of paper, it's a very strong sense of accomplishment,
Oh, yes, for sure. I mean, it just says something about you because, it's a long haul. 4 years of college, 6 years of college. That's a lot of time.
Not to mention money.
Whew, don't even mention that.
How about it?
Yes, but I take my hat off to anybody that makes it, and because it definitely says something about who you are, for sure. Well, Miss Dawn, we could talk all night.
How about it?
I'm enjoying talking to you, absolutely. But we have to bring this show to a close, and I am just so grateful that we hooked up and that Cheryl made it possible for us to connect. And one more time, how can people connect with you?
Like I said, I'm on Facebook, Dawn Lewis. My picture is a black ankh. I'm on Twitter, Be More Libra Lady. The picture is also a black ankh. And I'm on LinkedIn, Dawn Lewis. And the picture that's associated with the book project is the picture on my LinkedIn page.
All right. Well, thank you so much, and blessings to you. And we will definitely see where God is going to take us next.
Yes, ma'am. I want to just thank you for inviting me to participate, and it's been a pleasure talking to you, and I look forward to meeting you in person so we can exchange energy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, you take care, Dawn.
Take care, Ida. My pleasure.
All right.
This show is brought to you by the amazing women of A Sister Circle Empowerment Network, ASIN LLC, where we are never in competition, but always in collaboration. And our valuable sponsors, Prodigy Accounting Service, Next Generation Accounting to get you where you need to be. Contact them at prodigyaCCT1@yahoo.com or online at www.fli-inc.com. Prodigy Accounting Service, Next Generation Accounting to get you where you need to be. Contact them at prodigyaCCT1@yahoo.com or online at www.fli-inc.com. Ready to plan for your retirement? Contact Game Plan for Retirement. Call 410-902-0464 and schedule a free consultation. That's Game Plan for Retirement, 410-902-0464. Interested in becoming a sponsor for Just Minding My Business 24/7 radio? Or would you like to know what a Sister Circle Empowerment Network, ASIN LLC, is all about? Contact us today at asistercircle@gmail.com and visit our website at asistercircle.org. That's ASISTAS circle.org. Contact us today at asistercircle@gmail.com and visit our website at asistercircle.org. That's ASISTAS circle.org. voiceovers for A Sister Circle Empowerment Network, provided by Ruth Haskins, voiceover actor. To fulfill your professional voiceover needs or to receive her current professional demo, contact Ruth at 443-620-4115.
Thank you for tuning in to Just Minding My Business Radio. I'm your host, Ida Crawford. We hope you enjoyed the show and appreciate you stopping by. Many blessings to you and yours.